The silence before the voice. Before the first dawn ever touched the earth, heaven was already alive. The morning stars sang. The sons of God shouted for joy. Worship filled the heights long before the world beneath them took shape. But the earth itself was silent. Not the silence of peace, the silence of absence. A world unformed. A deep without boundaries. A canvas without color. Darkness covered the face of the waters. No wind. No movement. No sound. The earth waited, voiceless and still. Above that silent deep, the Spirit of God hovered, not speaking, not shaping, simply present. A divine tension filled the void, as if creation itself held its breath. Heaven sang, but earth remained mute. The realms were divided, one filled with sound, the other waiting for its first word. The first voice on earth. Then it happened, the first sound ever heard on earth. A voice broke into the silence of the deep, and the world shuddered at its arrival. And God said, "Light did not appear because God moved his hand. Light appeared because God spoke." The silent waters trembled. Darkness recoiled. The unformed world awakened to the sound of its creator. Speech became the carrier of divine intention, the medium through which God would shape, order, and fill the earth. From that moment forward, creation would always respond to the voice that first shattered its silence. Humanity made in the image of a speaking God. When God formed humanity, he didn't just give us breath, he gave us voice. We were made in the image of a God who speaks, so we were made to speak. The first assignment given to Adam was not to build, not to fight, not to plant, but to name. Naming is speech. Speech is authority. Authority is partnership. Humanity's dominion began with words, not weapons. The fall and the fracture of speech. The serpent didn't attack with claws or poison. He attacked with speech. A lie is a corrupted word. A lie is anti-creation. When humanity believed the serpent's voice, our own voice became fractured, fearful, reactive, uncertain. Babel became the symbol of broken speech. One people, one language, suddenly scattered by confusion. The world lost its unified voice, and humanity lost its clarity. God restores speech through covenant. But God began restoring speech through a man named Abram. God spoke a covenant, and Abram became Abraham. Prophets rose as God's microphones to a deaf world. Israel became a nation shaped by spoken blessing, spoken law, spoken promise. God's voice became the anchor of their identity. Jesus, the Word made flesh. Then the Word himself stepped into time. Jesus didn't just speak truth, he was truth speaking. He spoke storms into silence. He spoke demons into retreat. He spoke forgiveness into the guilty. He spoke healing into the broken. He spoke resurrection into the dead. Lazarus, come forth. The cross and the final words. On the cross, Jesus didn't whisper defeat, he declared victory. His 7 sayings were not random, they were cosmic proclamations. Father, forgive them, mercy spoken into violence. It is finished, the final word over sin, death, and separation. The veil tore because the word had spoken. Pentecost, the restoration of human speech. Then came Pentecost, the day human speech was reborn. A rushing wind filled the room, breath restored. Tongues of fire rested on each believer, speech purified. They began to speak in languages they never learned. Babel reversed. The church was not born in silence. It was born in speaking. The speaking church. The apostles preached, and the world shifted. Prophecy flowed, and the church was strengthened. Prayer became partnership, heaven and earth in dialogue. Confession became transformation, the heart aligning with truth. Declaration became warfare, the spoken word confronting darkness. The power of your voice. Your voice is not background noise in the kingdom, it is a spiritual instrument. Your words shape the atmosphere around you. Faith is not complete until it is spoken. Authority is not exercised until it is spoken. Agreement with God is not sealed until it is spoken. The final voice. Revelation ends the way Genesis begins, with a voice. Jesus returns not with a sword in his hand, but with a sword in his mouth. He speaks judgment. He speaks renewal. He speaks victory. Behold, I make all things new, the final creative word. The story of eternity is written by the speaking Christ. The call to speak. You were created to speak with God. You were redeemed to speak for God. You are empowered to speak by God. Your voice is part of His plan. And the pattern remains unchanged. Nothing moves until something is spoken. If this teaching spoke to you, I'd love to hear your thoughts below. Your voice matters here. And if you'd like to walk through more episodes like this, feel free to like, share, or subscribe. It helps this message reach someone who needs it.